Hey students, today we will read The Little Boy's Secret. So, this video on reading whole topics I'll read students, pay attention. One day Andrew left school after the fifth period because he had a secret to tell his mother. He was in a bit of a hurry to get home, so he took a shortcut through the woods where there lived three terrible giants. He had not gone far when he met one of them blocking his path. The giant was very big, ugly, and fierce looking. "What are you doing here, boy? Don't you know whose woods these are?" he roared. "I'm so sorry, but I have a secret to tell my mother as I'm in a hurry. I'm going this way." "Secret?" the giant roared. "What secret? I cannot tell you, or it will not be a secret anymore," the boy said, not a bit afraid. "Then I'm taking you to our castle." Stooping down, he picked up the little boy and popped him into his shirt pocket and turned to go home. Before long, the first giant met his brother, who was fat and almost bald. "What is that in your pocket?" he asked. The first giant, "A boy," he replied, "says he has a secret he won't tell us." When the second giant heard that, he laughed a weak laugh. "Won't tell us? Ah," he chuckled. "We will see off to the castle with him." The two giants thumped on down the path till they came to a huge castle made of stone beside a muddy river. At the door they met the third giant, who was horrid looking and spoke in a funny manner. "What dat in your pocket?" he asked the first giant. He looked like a giant, all right, but he was like a little child, and he even spoke like one. "A boy," he answered, "says he has a secret he won't share with us." The third giant laughed wickedly. "Ah, put him on that table, Abel." The fourth giant gently took the boy from his pocket and set him on the kitchen table. Then all the three giants gathered round and had a close look at him. And you look at the first giant, he looked at the second giant, he looked at the third giant. All the three were truly enormous and horrid to look at. "Well," said the first giant, "we are waiting," said the second giant. "I will count till three," said the third giant. Two, one, two." Andrew sighed a big sigh. "Oh, all right," he said. "I suppose I will have to tell you, but you will have to promise to let me go," he said. "We promise," said the giants all together. The little boy turned to the first giant. "Bend down," he said. The giant leaned down, and Andrew whispered into his ear. When the fourth giant heard the secret, he leaped up from the table. His knees shook, and his eyes almost popped out of their sockets. "Oh no!" he shouted. "That is terrible." He dashed out of the castle, he ran into the woods and climbed up to the tallest tree. The second giant looked down at the boy. "What's wrong with him?" he asked. "Never mind," said the little boy. "Just bend down." The second giant leaned down, and the little boy climbed onto a teapot to reach the giant's ear. When the giant heard the secret, he jumped up so fast that he ripped the seat of his trousers. He covered his face with his hands, screaming, "No, tell me it isn't true." He ran out of the castle screaming and dived head first into the muddy river. When the third giant saw what was happening, he looked afraid. "Tell me." He leaned down, and the little boy stood on tiptoe to whisper into his ear, "Ah, no, why did my stupid brother bring you here?" he shouted as he tripped and fell down, knocking his chair over. He got up and raced away from the castle, ran over the hills, and crawled into the deepest, darkest cave he could find. The castle door had been left open, and since the giants had promised the little boy he could go, Andrew walked out and went home. At last he could tell his mother his secret, but she did not scream and run away. She just put him to bed and gave him some supper. The next morning, when Andrew woke up, he was covered from head to toe with bright red spots and he had slight fever. "Now I can tell everybody what my secret was," he said with a smile. "My secret was I'm getting the measles. Measles. So our reading is completed, students. So